What is up? Welcome back to the video, to the channel. Welcome back to everything. I know y'all see I got the little mat drop going on. I'm trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being in a whole bunch of different areas when I'm making these videos. But I just want you to know when I'm doing these story times, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to get up and walk around while I'm talking to y'all, but most of the story times I'm going to be sitting down. But I do want it to be like a black background like this for most of my story times. But I don't think I'm going to do it like that all the time because, you know, I like to move around and stuff like that. But that's just it. So let's move on to the video. Alright, so as you know, the last video we ended off in Atlanta, and I'm skipping through all of the LA stuff. I want the LA stuff to be my last video. I had a little problem, and the problem was I deleted everything off my phone, all the photos, and all the photos deleted off the laptop, but it wasn't doing that before, so I don't understand why I deleted everything when it didn't have everything deleted a week before. It deleted everything when I had already deleted everything. If you with me, stay with me, you know what I'm saying? But no, it really upsets me though, because there was a lot of like just videos and pictures and just a whole bunch of stuff I wanted to be able to put into the Nightmare in LA video. It would just make the video just look so much more just, I just want the video to look a lot more lively, and then to have to like to be able to show y'all like certain shit I was doing. I was out there in LA, not the A, but LA. So yeah, whew, but it made me cry. Hold on. But anyway, Chicago. I am here. I am here in Chicago. Right now. Let me not start right like that guy now. Let me not start. But I left LA. Yes, the story just started. I left LA September 17th this year. Well, last year. Shit, it's all new year. Y'all know how it is when you trying to, you know, say like what the year is, and the year just started, and you know you gotta like, you're gonna have to deal with that for like the next 2 weeks. Like, you remember when you was in like school and you had to put the date on your whatchamacallit? I had a teacher that always used to say, if you put whatever the year was for last year, I'ma fail you. I'm like, yo, we in elementary school. Chill out. This is the 4th grade. But anyway, I'm a little excited right now. I'm just happy to be on the camera though, talking to the camera. I ain't put my face in the camera for a while until like one clip in this video that y'all about to see gonna pop up or whatever, but y'all gonna see it. And let me get to the story. I done blew away from the story 100 different times. I'm gonna start it right here and I'm gonna start over. Cause I don't know where I was at. I'm just excited. But it is September 17th. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna come out to Chicago. I'm gonna leave LA, start over, start new, start fresh, just start everything over. I already know what my plan is for YouTube and everything I want to do with entertainment, so I'm gonna just do it. It's a 2-hour drive. No, I'm tweet. I always keep saying it's 2 hours, but I mean to say it's 2-day drive with like 6 extra hours. Easy way for me. I took the drive. It was real easy, real smooth. I love driving. I love driving everywhere. So I enjoyed the drive to Chicago. It was cool. When I got here, everything was cool. You know, I'm just happy to, you know, meet everybody. See everybody and hang out with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Due to the military, like I would see my Chicago family, but I didn't see them a lot when I was in the military. I think I only came out like maybe 2-3 times, maybe 3, but I'm pretty sure it's just twice I came for like, you know, like a couple of weeks on leave just to hang out and be with the family or whatever. So, you know, I decided Chicago. Chicago be the place I go to, you know what I'm saying? I got family out there, they're gonna take care of me, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna get me right, we're gonna be cool and all that shit and da da da. Now, maybe it was for some of the words I was saying before I got here to have folks thinking that I really needed them to get me right, but no, that's not what it was. If you do not communicate enough with a person and you know you don't know them, then whatever your advice might be to that person will be cool or whatever, but your advice might not just fit somebody's plan or dreams, you know what I'm saying? But that's a whole different other story, and hopefully I can cut that out. And if I can't, then that motherfucker just ain't home. But I got here, and honestly, nothing really went crazy out here in Iraqi, you know what I'm saying? It was a cool time here. So this video kind of gonna be shitty. I'm not explaining. It's not gonna be shitty. It's just, I didn't have a lot of issues out here, you know what I'm saying? I did, but I didn't. And so I guess I'm gonna just tell y'all how, like, what the issues was, because I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there was some big issues. Well, September 17th, fucking like what, 2 days, a little bit after that, or maybe I got here on the 17th. I can't really give y'all like the exact dates because I don't. Just know I got here on like a Sunday. I got here on a Sunday. I know I left on the 17th for sure of September. I got here on the fucking Sunday. Got here on a Sunday or something. Whatever. I don't know why I keep going on and off like that. But the first big major thing that happened in this state that was just shitty, you know what I'm saying? It's like the universe gave me a break for the rest of September, you know. And I'm just chilling, I'm just waiting. Now I was supposed to get like a job or whatever. Which would have been cool to get that job, but it was okay I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I had Amazon. I really wanted to do Amazon anyway. But I mean, you know, I'll take whatever I could get because I would have still been most likely doing Amazon, depending on how I would have seen how the money would have been working out. But you know, the other job would have just gave me more time to be able to do on YouTube and stuff. But really, just saying that was something that would keep me like trapped to not do this all year or whatever. Because I mean, like, I don't have to worry about, like, I know, like, what my thing was, like, doing Amazon, since I'm always in the car, like, if I'm in the car too much for a whole day, I might not have the time to do YouTube or whatever. And my thing is, I don't be wanting to do it at night and this and that and da da da, but that's just because I'm not in the space I want to be in to be able to do my videos all day, all night. So now I'm only doing videos when it's just certain times through the day. So basically what I'm saying is, whatever time you think it is right now, which like right now is maybe be like 1, 2 something right now. It's probably around the same time I'm making my video right here. But rest of the videos might not be like that. I don't know. It might be like this for a while until I get into a comfortable space to be able to make more videos or whatever. But that's what it was. I'm all around in this video. I'm all around in this video. But let's just start October. It's October, I believe it is. Hold on, cause I ain't even gonna do y'all like that. Let me get it's right here. You know your boy blind. So I believe I got the ticket on the 9th. That's crazy. I got that ticket on, man. What's the right card? Well, just know October the 13th is an important date, but I guess it just wasn't the important date of this year. Also, October 13th, not really like a important date. It's just a date where my life changed. October 13th last year, but that's a different story. But yeah, so October 9th last year. Damn, I just said last year, didn't I? Not October 13th, 2021. That's when I had some, I just had some craziness going on. But October 9th, 2022, last year, stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving my sister's house. You know what I'm saying? She just got her spot with her mans. You know what I'm saying? I know she happy. She got her crib or whatever. We hanging out. Me, her mans. I think my other sister was there, and her man was there, and then my sister's best friend. And we all, enjoying ourselves, hanging out. Just smoking, drinking, chilling. Doing what we do. Talking shit, cooling, listening to music. It was a real chill vibe that night, you know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy, nothing too extra. My sister told me, if I could take her friend home. I had no problem taking her friend home. My only problem was I didn't want to do shit for nobody that night. And that's just because I just wanted to go home and go to sleep. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. But if we leaving now. Like, we probably left maybe 15 minutes after me saying now, but still, we left quick. But we leave, and there's a light. Now, I always remember this light because when I get to this light, I always tell myself, turn right. Don't go straight. Now, that night was the third time I think me being out there and hitting that light. So at that light, I'm like, you know what? GPS say go straight because that was my third time out there. I knew the way home, but I didn't. I just wanted to take the fastest way because I had to drop off my sister's friend and everything. So I was like, look, I go this way. They say it's the faster way. Get her home, do everything I do. I'm out of here. I'm good. I'm driving. And I see a cop car in front of me on the left. I'm on the right. I'm over here. The cop right here. Cop coming this way with another car in front of the cop car. Now that car in front of the cop was going way faster than me and the cop was going, and bro just let bro go on his speed, like this car. Even when the cop turned around, I still seen bro, the car never had his foot on the brake or nothing or that. I was watching the whole time. It was only me, that car, and then the cop on the And I get it. You know what I'm saying? You can say some shit like, well, maybe bro already got pulled over, but why would you already get pulled over? You going as fast as I'm going on the other side of the road, as well as the cop. But yes, this is a speeding story, and I was speeding. The cops say I was doing 65 and 35, but I was not doing that. I was doing 55 and 35, and it is what it is. I'm still speeding though, but hey, you know what I'm saying? The BS I went through wouldn't have been that crazy if it was a 55 on my ticket instead of a 65. But we'll get to that. So I'm driving. After seeing a cop, he goes down a little, he keep driving. But me, I'm like, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna probably just, I don't think I'm not gonna keep driving. I'm gonna slow down and then pull over into the first right turn there is for me to be able to pull over so I can just stop, get this ticket, and go on my way. Because I'd rather the ticket than this motherfucker do some wickedness or some craziness. I don't know. So I'm slowing down because the cop turned around. He do a U-turn. He speeds. He literally has to speed to get up to me. Now, when I seen the cop, I took my foot off the gas. I let the car drive at its own speed because it's gonna slow down a little bit slower like that. You know what I'm saying? And my foot was already on and off the gas and the brake when I was driving, because I was only like 2-3 minutes from my exit. Like honestly, if I would have just kept going at the speed limit I was going, I would have made it there. Cause to be honest, I mean, the cop probably only turned around cause I slowed down and bruh saw my lights or whatever, like my brake lights. And I know what y'all might be thinking, but I've been in these situations where I've seen cops in these like scenarios or like these certain things will happen. You can do certain speed limits, even in like 35s or whatever. And I'm not telling y'all to speed. I'm just saying like you can do these certain speed limits and you won't get bothered. But you just gotta know like just how to drive and how to get through it. My thing was I just shouldn't have stopped because the cop was so far when that U-turn, and the amount of time it took him to come up and get up behind me. And on top of that, bro, once he got up behind me, he stayed behind me, and we driving slow for like a minute, literally only like a minute, because I'm just still trying to find somewhere to turn into. And once I find somewhere to turn into, I turn, because I'm already going a little slow, and I turn, I stop the car, and then that's when the officer parks behind me, turns on his light. Now, he walks up to the car. Before he walks up to the car, I hear my name going off on his radio. The only reason my name would be going off on his radio because he put in my license plate to check to see if that's me in the car. When he walk up to the window, he go, "Do you know I pulled you over?" Nah, bro, I pulled me over. But you know what? You right. You pulled me over, bro. I know why you pulled me over. You know what I'm saying? So when he go, you know I pulled you over. I said, yes, officer. I was speeding. I apologize for that. Just trying to get home, and I give him my license. My license was already ready to give to bruh. My phone is in my hand, not to record it for anything, cause I have my insurance card and my phone. I knew he was gonna ask for it, so I can pull it out for him. When he grabs my license after that or whatever, he tries to act like he talking to the radio to give them my name, but he had already, like, it's like you had already heard my name. So after getting my license and you got the verification that that's me, and on top of that, when I have my license in my hand, I always have my military ID under it. It's not to show it off and to get the ticket real quick, because that don't really be helping a lot. But the military stuff helps with cops, but it's just certain cops just don't care about none of that. It's not because the military stuff, it's just because I'm telling you, if you show that military stuff to most cops, I'm not saying they're not gonna not mess with you, but your problem, your trouble shouldn't be as bad. Like if I did 55, I would have still wanted him to give me the ticket, because hey, I did the 55. I knew it. I knew I did 55. It would still been cool to give me the ticket, but the night wouldn't just have been how it was. And I'm gonna explain that because there's two officers that was there during that during the I don't want to call it an incident or whatever, but during the traffic stop. So the officer walks back a little bit behind my car, and then hops on the radio after he just faked saying my name to the radio, so he can say what he had to say to her before he got my ID. Now, I know me and him moved most likely way too fast. Like, me, I should never said nothing about I was speeding. I should have been like, "No, officer, can you tell me why?" And then gave him my, because you're not really supposed to say nothing. You should just let him say whatever he got to say to you, and then you just get back or whatever. But I just wanted him to know, like, yeah, I know I'm speeding, because I just wanted the process to get through it really quickly. And I've had this happen. I've said that same thing to some cops before, and they let me go. "Look, bro, you know what you were doing. Slow down." Because most of the time I get stopped, I'm on like open road. So this was like this is just the first time I just been stopped on some road like that. I've just, but I'm sitting there, and he walked back up to the car. Doesn't give me my ID. I notice another officer pulls up. He's on the right side of my car, standing in the back, just standing next to his other buddies. Standing next to the officer who pulled me over first vehicle or whatever at the front of it. So the cop, he start talking to me. You know, he's like, do you know why I pulled you over again? And I tell him, yes, because I was speeding. He said, do you know how fast you're going? I said, when I looked down, it said 55. And he said, no, you know, you were going 65. And I said, Roger, officer, your thing says 65, mine says 55. I was still speeding at the end of the day. He asked me why I was speeding. I'm just trying to get my no, he asked me where I was going. I said, I'm just trying to get my sister's friend home so I can go to sleep. I'm tired. That's why I was driving so fast. He says, he then goes to say, where do you live at? I say, the city I'm in out here, and I'll leave it at that. Cause bro, I mean, you don't really need my address, for real. So so the officer then says, he walks back. He through the whole, like, me being pulled over, he just kept walking back and then walking up to the car. But he walks back, and then he walks up to the car. And then he goes, all right, well, it smells like marijuana in here. Have you been smoking in here? Hold on. He walks back to the car. He walks back to the car, and then he says, all right, well, do you have any drugs or weapons in the car? And I say, no, I don't have no weapons in the car. I do have some roaches. And then he goes, roaches? I was like, yeah, that's the bottom of, you know, like the end of the blunt or whatever. So then he's all like, then after I said that, he says, it smells like marijuana in your car. Have y'all been smoking? I go, no, officer, I have these roaches that's gonna, you know, have smell, what you call it. And then I do my wake and bakes in the car every morning, you know, because sometimes I can't smoke in the house. I was telling the truth the whole night. I don't gotta lie. You law enforcement, I know the do's and don'ts of law enforcement. I know what I should and should not do as a civilian when I'm getting pulled over. And I know what you should or should not do as a cop. I was going to be a state trooper or a sheriff's deputy. And I know going to doesn't mean was, but I was learning from police officers and school stuff about law enforcement. So try to get into it. So, and for anybody, I believe anybody should know rules and regulations and laws of your state and your police and all that for everything, to know how to move through all of this stuff, because most of these cops will say things to you, and all you have to do is just say one little thing back, and the whole situation, whatever's going on, will be de-escalated. Sometimes it don't work like that because some of these cops be power tripping, but you just gotta know how to speak, basically. You know what I'm saying? This is not me telling y'all to not act like this or act like that when you get pulled over. I just say you guys gotta know how to speak. Because really, that's what it is. I stayed calm the whole time. Now, I did not lie because I didn't have to. And the cop can probably look at me and be like, well, you look nervous. But I can easily say, I'm tired. I'm anxious right now. I don't like police officers. And I'm just ready to go home. Now, a cop can simply say, well, was you got a problem with cops or not? But, bro, I'm a vet. We have two different understandings of how we think protecting and serving our country should go. And I just believe my way is better. I don't gotta say, oh, it's a cop. I'm just saying that's my. But even if a cop was to ask me, I'll just tell him the truth straight up. But I will get to that. I will get to the truth that I will tell this cop straight. I will get to that. Let me get to that. But so then he goes, all right, do you mind if I search the car? Now I say no. Now I say no, yeah, you can search the car. Now I didn't know afterwards. Afterwards I had found out, and I don't know if this is still what you call it, like the thing or not out here. But you can't do probable cause when like searching a vehicle because of smell of marijuana because of how like it's legal out here. And if I have a legal dispensary container in my car, like for the marijuana or whatever, even if you smell it or not, like it shouldn't matter, you know. So the incident I shouldn't have just been pulled out of the car for that at all. Now now the officer pulls me out the car. That's when I finally see the other officer. The other officer is black. Now, race don't play too much of a big part in it, but it kind of do, and I'm gonna explain that. The officer then pats me down. He asked me where the roaches at. I said it's in my pocket. He pulled them out my pocket, put them in the car. He tells me to put my my ID, because I still have my military ID in my hand. He said just sit on the car. The other officer looks at it and goes, "What's that?" The officer behind me tries to move my ID out the way. I grab it and I leave it under my hand. I look at the other officer and I say, "It's nothing, officer. It's just my military ID." Now, as soon as I said that, bro buckled up, took a step back, and chilled. Everything about him, calm. Everything just dropped guard, all that. Bro was just chilling. I don't understand why Big Dog couldn't do that for me. The officer that had put me over in the first place. Like, I get it, bro. You trying to get me on this speeding ticket, but all you gotta do is just give me the ticket. Like, but so then the officer, he gets done patting me down. He's like, all right, I'm gonna search the vehicle. Now, I go walk over. I'm standing next to the officer who had pulled me over. I'm standing next to his car. Now they pull out my sister's friend, and then bro started talking to her about how this and that is expired and this and that. I'm just like, bro, like don't nothing need to be like checked for anything to be expired. I'm about to let y'all know what he was talking about was expired. He matter of fact, I think I might have messed that up. Hold on. I can't really remember how it happened because that night was wicked. But it's either he pulled her out the car and then checked her license and stuff, or he pulled her out the car, checked all her stuff, and then still said the bullshit he had said. But bro had said some lying BS like from the jump where it didn't even like it. It was weird. But he checking the whole car. He checked the whole inside of the car first. You know what I'm saying? Under the seats, back seat, all that. And it's just like you see all my military stuff in the car. You see this magnet sitting on the back seat that say Amazon, the job that I work, which I just told him I work Amazon, deliver packages. And it's a Army veteran on it with a little Army symbol. And so I'm just looking like, bro, I know you know that you know I'm a Joe. Like I'm a soldier. So it's like, so it was kind of annoying. Cause I'm just sitting there, it's just like, the only reason I kept thinking that in my head is because the way I was being treated, like while he was talking to me about everything he was trying to talk to me about, he kept talking to me as if he was like throwing accusations on me, or as if I was lying to him, or as if like, or he just kept talking to me as if like I didn't know what I was talking about, or as if I didn't know anything, or just as if I was just some common, just everyday nigga. I apologize for that, but it just is what it is. Just how bro was treating me. So when he had finally got to the trunk. Now the trunk didn't have anything at all in the trunk except for a plate carrier, a bunch of first aid kits. Ooh, I can't speak. And a little container that had like 40 bullets in it, pistol bullets. Now I didn't know out here in the state that you're not allowed to have bullets in your car if you don't have a Ford license or whatever, or gun license. Now that's what he had told my sister's friend that was expired, but she never had a license anyway for him to be able to say that. Yeah, that's what happened. When he had pulled her out the car next. I guess to see what was in her wallet. Her wallet was too small to even hold anything in it. So all she had. So I believe she did that. He looked. He didn't see nothing. He saw her ID and stuff. And he turns around and say, well, her Ford license is expired. So I'm just trying to figure out why you have the bullet. First off, that's my sister's friend. So now I can understand you turning around and saying that to me. But even in my car, it wouldn't matter because it's not her car. We're not in a relationship. We're not any of this and that. We're just acquaintance of each other or whatever. And I know it's wrong for, I'm only saying this to y'all. I didn't say this to him, but in another situation, I can understand what he's trying to say or whatever, but like, it wouldn't matter what she had or what she did not have because she was not like connected to me in any other this or that way, except for me taking her home. And I get what y'all, a lot of y'all thinking, yeah, well, they could have put something on her and to make her get in trouble for it. You can't with that situation because of just, how it was, So after the other officer hears that, bro take a step back, like he completely like is just not cool with it, not cool with how the officer acting. The other officer through the whole time, me and him are talking. We talking shit. He asking me about the military. I'm asking him about just his job, cause I still had the the idea of being a cop. And just so I'm always asking cops about their job and shit. I'm always doing it. So it's just got the idea, I'm just talking to him. The other cop is not liking it. Bro is not liking that we laughing. Bro is not liking that he told me I could, that the other officer told me I could sit down. And I was like, bro, can I sit down? I'm cold. And bro was like, bro, you got that big ass jacket on. Why you cold? I'm like, ha 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 ha. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, it's big, but it's thin. You know what I'm saying? All the air coming through it. We just cracking jokes. Sorry, I'm hiccuping or whatever. I don't know. I was doing something, so I was a little not as talking high as I needed to right there. But I was trying to get through that. Ooh. But me and this black cop, it's just cool and chilling and all of that. And the only reason I brought up earlier why I'm not trying to bring up race, but why it's important is black cops should be in minority areas, but that's only if they know what it's like to be black. Now every black person is black. You can't just put some nigga in the goddamn in some black area just because you think he gon' know how all the other black people roll or act. Just not some dudes just brought up different, but I can tell bro wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I could tell by how he calmed himself down. Now I've seen how real proper like police officers will act towards a black person. Especially look at how I'm looking right now. When I was in the military, I met an officer, the officer who put me on to even thinking about wanting to be a state trooper. He was black. Nice, cool black dude. I can tell by how he was looking at me at first. You could tell how he was looking at me and the tattoos and stuff that I automatically judge based off of how every black person judges another black person, because y'all all do it. We all do it. It's something that we gotta stop. Don't act like you gonna do it, bro. You see a black person, you'll automatically start picking stuff off of him, bro. We all do it. It's not judgmental over, maybe it's most of the time it don't even be about just race or that he black and this and that. You just trying to figure out what bro might be on to see how you need to act in the situation or whatever. You look at, y'all know y'all look at black people in many different ways to see what's going on or to help yourself to de-escalate or get out of a situation, just in order to feel safe or to feel comfortable. And I'm not talking shit right now. I'm just saying what it is, and that's what it is. That is how bro was looking at me until I started to speak, until you heard me talking and communicating to him, like until you heard me like articulating myself well and properly and whatnot, until you saw that, like until you really paid attention to me. Because most people don't pay attention, but I would wear a lot of military stuff just so folks would not bother me, so I won't have to be walked around and be bothered with. He finally looks down and sees the army on my pants. Then he tells me my pops is in the military. I even believe that the officer, the state trooper, was in the military, but I don't really remember if he was. But I know he was a state trooper. I just think he was a state trooper for a while, and his pops was in the military. And we started talking, and we started being cool like that. And bro calmed himself down. And my thing is, you just gotta have a officer who knows the difference between black people, a different kind of black people. Now I get it may sound wrong because Officer Kirk could pull over a black person and bro could be acting or looking ignorant as hell and all this other shit and and then you can sit there and be thinking I'm trying to say that, oh, if he looking like this, that's the one you should get. No, you should just know how to pick out who you're looking for. Because even most black people who dress, it's just so much I want to talk about, but I keep going to what you call it. So let's just save this. If you remember this part, put it in the comments or whatever, or and then I will add that onto another video that I would do when I will start talking about a whole bunch of stuff I just want to talk about and spill the beans about and give my opinion about. But I cannot do that right now in this, because I have to continue and push forward and finish this right here, this video. But yeah, that officer was just, the black officer was just cool the whole time. Now the officer, after he pulls out the bullets, because now we finally back to him being in the trunk and him pulling out the bullets, he asked me why I got them. I tell him, when I was in the army, we would go to the range a lot. I did not like having to either buy bullets when I went to the range, or that I would forget them at home. So I would just leave them in my car. Whatever I had left over from the range day, I'll leave it in my car. Whenever we go back to the range, since it's already there, all I gotta do is just take everything out and go to the range and then start shooting. Now the other officer, he shook his head. He was like, yep, that sounded about right. Because both of y'all are officers. I mean, both of y'all should be going to the range and shooting. I'm not gonna say like qualifying, but like knowing how to like shoot your weapon, or like just good training with your weapon. You know what I'm saying? That other officer looked like he understood that, but that other officer was young. You know what I'm saying? He was fit. Like he looked not new to like not new to the organization, but he did look like he fresh, but not like a rookie fresh, bro. Just looked like he was fresh. So I'm just looking, and it's just like, how can he understand this? And you can't. He's not looking at race and none of that no more. This black officer, he's not looking at none of that. He's just looking at a civilian right now, a ex-military civilian. I'm giving this officer everything that you could ask for as an officer from someone that looks like me, or just a civilian. Just so your job can go through easy, because you as an officer is just supposed to de-escalate situations. And for a speeding ticket, the situation was just too out of hand and too long for no reason. And I just want y'all to know we got pulled over like 1, and we didn't leave. Like the whole thing wasn't done until like 3, and I didn't go to sleep until like 6. But y'all, for y'all to know me, I don't like to sleep. So, you know, I had to think about that for a little bit that night. You know what I'm saying? I had to come home, roll up and all that. Really think about what just happened to you, boy. But the officer asked me, he didn't ask me again like why do I have him though? Like he was like I still don't understand like why you got him though. And I'm like, I just never thought about taking him out my car. Like in the last 2 states I was in, nobody cares about that. And I'm like, Atlanta and in North Carolina, and he's like, yeah, you know, why your license plate and your ID different? I went to high school in Atlanta, got my ID from Atlanta when I was in high school. I was in the Army for the past 4 years, North Carolina. If you look at my ID, my military ID, and my just driver's license, you can see like my timeline is not like cap. I'm 23. Went to the military right after high school, like a whole like 6 months after high school. I ain't gonna cap y'all down. Then so for them 4 years, of course, I would be in the military, where the military ID literally say everything on there that you need to see that wouldn't say. The only reason I keep bringing up that ID is because after telling him everything about everything, he then finally goes, "Let me see your military ID." And he looks at it and says, "Well, I don't know if you I don't know why you so proud about it, like, cause it's like expired." He said something along the lines of that. Okay, I don't look. I'm not trying to say he said I was proud. It talking about this story really like gets me riled because it was just a very wicked night, and I've never felt like always had racial tension where it comes to cops, but they always calm down if they hear me speak, or they just see certain things they'll just calm them down. A lot of this shit is gonna sound wrong, but I just don't want to explain it right now because this is not the video to explain all of this stuff that I need to explain to y'all. Because a lot of what I'm talking about is deeper than. So I'll get back to it, but because this is really just a story time on just the year, how the year was. You know, I'm not trying to get too deep because that's gonna be for other videos. I really want y'all to understand, like, these cops, man, they'll look at you, bro. They'll mess with you only depending on how they view you, bro. Just how they view you. Like, it's weird, but I can't really get into it as much right now as I'm trying to do it. But I don't really like that one. Y'all ever be like, y'all ever open a fresh bottle of water and it tastes like food, or like just it got like it don't got like a fresh clear water taste. It tastes like something. Cause I know a lot of people say water got a taste, and water do got a taste. It got like a refreshing taste. But when you start drinking some water and it tastes like it got something in it, it's just not good. So, but anyway, the officer then after I told him, I was like, look, man, I don't know what you want me to say because I've told you the same thing 3 times about why I have those in my car. I just don't know what you want me to say. He looks over at his buddy and he looks at me. And then he goes, you know what? Y'all can get back in the vehicle. So he lets us get back in the car. That was so cool, man. I got warm. I put the seat warmers on. I'm ready. I'm like, man, bro about to give us a ticket. We about to dip. So he walks up to the car. And he asked me everything he asked me when he first came up to the car and when he had us outside the car. And then he said, all right, look, it's going to take me about 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to come right back. Go back to his vehicle, come back, and then start talking me over the ticket. And starts telling me what kind of ticket he going to give me. And I never heard of an I-bond and stuff before. But bro said because of because of the three things, like because of the speeding and then having to pull me out for the roaches and then the bullets in the trunk, he was giving me an I-bond. But on my I-bond, it only say about the ticket, the speeding or whatever. But he leave, go back to his vehicle, then he come back, and cause it's like another 15 minutes. So it was 10 minutes. Then he came back, asked like a couple of questions, and talked to me about the I-bond stuff, and went back to his vehicle, and came back to my vehicle, and then said, you know what, you're gonna have to come to the station with me so we can do this I-bond. I'm like, yo, we can't do anything from here. He's like, no, I gotta go in the station, do some stuff, and tried to like say something smart about like me speeding, and I was just like, and I just said okay, cause the me speeding is not the reason this is taking so long. The reason all of this is taking so long because you did all this extra stuff to get nothing, just to give me a ticket that you could have wrote an hour ago. Because at this point, we've basically been pulled over for an hour and like 20 minutes. I'm being serious. Then we get to the station after we followed him or whatever. It only took like 5 minutes to get there, not too long. And I'm sitting outside the station. As long as I had to go in there, because I didn't want to go there in the first place. My black senses was tingling, you know, like as soon as he said you're gonna have to come to the station for the rest of the paperwork, I was like, and I know y'all saw the little, don't worry about it, but you know, I'm passionate about what I'm talking about, you know, so I'm spilling the beans, and you know, but I just wasn't really liking the vibe of just what bro was talking about. So then, hold on, I need to get the time real quick. Crazy. Hold on, it's a crazy world we live in. Hold on. No. Stupid shit.
That's alright, I take flight, I'm a deep in the night, my niggas gon' fight, they gon' fight. Well, that's alright, you don't ride, you don't suck, you don't fuck, you don't swallow, you so shallow, you don't spit, you ain't shit, and that's alright. I'm rolling, I'm flexing, diamonds on my necklace, looking so precious, nigga, I'm reckless, bitch, I'm the best, is your goofy ass stressing.